A tussle between Orisha Magodo community and Magodo Phase 1 residents has been a source of growing tension between these neighbors. In our previous edition, we visited to ascertain the reason for this lingering feud, which boiled down to a fence erected by the Magodo residents. Well, having reported the first edition, we'll bring you our findings at the Lands Bureau in Lagos.
Last episode on Eyewitness featured a conflict between two neighboring communities in Lagos over a fence. While the Orisha community wonder why one of the access routes has been blocked by the fence, the Magodo Phase 1 resident says he's only taken possession of his property. In order to ascertain the veracity of the claims, we visited the Land Bureau in Alausa, where the public relations officer put the status of the land based on documents available to them in perspective.
The land in question, block 30/1, was allocated sometimes in 2008. And a total number of 1,431 square meters was allocated to the allottee in question. Of course, fully paid for, because before you get an allocation from Lands Bureau, you must have duly paid all what is required of you. He's done that, and he had a CFO to that effect, to the effect that the 1,431 square meters belongs to you. But ever since then, for whatever reason personal to him, he has not fully made use of the old land in question. I think he used up about 719 square meters, because a letter was written to us that somebody has taken possession of access road and all of that. And we went there and got a composite plan of that plot. In the CFO, we have the survey of what was allocated to him. This is exactly the survey of the land in question, the old 1,431 square meter. And then we went back to do a composite plan, giving you the whole thing as reflected in the survey. This is the whole thing. So this red portion shows the portion where that was used up years back. That's the 719 square meters that was used up. So this is the remaining part from where the access road falls into. So the allottee is now ready to take over. I believe he went there and decided to fence off the remaining land that was allocated to him then, which of course the committee in question have been making use of. The fact is, if you have been making use of a property that does not belong to you for whatever years, it doesn't confer the ownership of that property to you. Now the owner, as far as the Lagos State government is concerned, that we have issued a CFO, has gone back to take over or take possession of the property in question. Of course, by whatever means, I really don't know, because it's his property. He knows how he's going to take over his property. And I believe he has done that. And subsequently, we got a letter to that effect. But we'll be going back there, I can assure you. We'll be going back there because of the last letter we got from that community, that their access road have been blocked and all of that. It behoves on us. We got the directive already, no date yet, but we'll be going back there to measure, to ascertain the fact that you have not used up or you have not taken beyond what was allocated to you. If it does, we'll definitely revert to status quo. We'll let him know that you have so much, you can't go beyond that much. But the fact that he has not used it up and is ready to use it up, I don't think he has gone beyond his bounds. And I can assure you that the government is not in position to help you take possession of your land. It's your duty and responsibility to own up to take possession of your land.
What remains is for the Bureau to visit for actual measurements in order to put this case to rest and restore peace to the neighbors in any way possible.